Will Tesla be the number one car maker by 2030? That is the question we will look at today. Capacity that we have right now, potential expansions at current factories, Giga Mexico, and more stuff to talk about. If you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing, and I have another thing to share with you. As I mentioned before, I'm also part of the project eCar Review, and eCar Review is trying to make it transparent to show everybody out there what range and other functionalities you have. But range is the most important one, so people can vote and share their experience, what average range they have. For example, like with the Model Y long range. So if you drive a Tesla or a different EV and you listen to this video, check out eCar Review. It is down in the pinned comment and in my description. It is free to use, no scam, nothing. And you can just share your experience on top. You can also get connected with me in my group on this website. Let's start in with Europe today. It is very successful for Tesla. This quarter, they are leading in those countries that are currently giving data out every single day. This is, for example, Norway, Spain, Italy, France, UK, and Germany do the numbers by month, so we still have to wait another 10 days until we receive some estimations, and around 2 weeks until we have actual numbers. But the first quarter seems to be very successful. Comparisons to Q4 are as well very good, and Giga Berlin is actually further working on weekends. You might be very surprised about that, but Tesla has been working Monday till Friday for the past year, but now they're also working on Saturdays like they did by the end of Q4. So this is a very good sign. The parking lot is full. We see Midnight Cherry Red, Quicksilver, then the black and the white, so white seats as well. We are getting where we are supposed to get, and now the only color missing is as well the blue color. So very good news here, lots of stuff to expect for Q1. Now let's dive into the capacity Tesla has right now, and this is actually pretty interesting if we look at the VW company and Toyota. Because Toyota and VW are the biggest car makers worldwide, but how much is Tesla actually behind? We know the production, but the potential capacity is interesting. And Fazat was summarizing that here. 650K in Fremont, 2 million possibility by expansion in Shanghai. Berlin, now we know it's 1 million. I think it's going to get more. Austin, 2 million. Mexico will be a max to 2 million as well, maybe even more. If we take Mexico parallel away, we are already by 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 million cars at capacity. And I do think that Tesla can achieve this massive expansions on site till 2030. And there are people out there that believe that Tesla can produce more cars in Austin than 2 million. The Mexico side is supposed to be bigger than Austin, so we could even add on top 3 million. So if we can take the current projects, like the current factories and Mexico starting in 1 month with the construction, we already have enough sites to actually go for 10 million cars per year. I mean, if all the expansions are happening, these are 10 million cars. So this is already something to keep in mind. Tesla is, if they expand everything as they're supposed to, they have the possibility with the current factory amount to be already the number one worldwide. Now, very interesting as well, if we talk about number one worldwide, the Chinese car market is the most important one. It's the biggest one. And we see strong numbers here. Last week, 19,000 cars. So this is the second best week ever that Tesla had in China. So price decreases are working. Competition, as we call them, BYD and other car makers have big issues. And BYD already has to decrease the workload in the factories. So there's a big price fight happening in China. And despite the economic downturn and the challenges in China, Tesla is currently able to even expand and grow in China, which is not possible for other car makers except BYD so far. So other car makers are growing as well, but not so fast as Tesla, and they are very small, so it's easier to grow, of course. So this is looking very good here. I do expect Tesla to reach 500,000 cars in China, just in China. And as Grünheide is having a capacity now of 225,000 cars, I do expect in Europe a very good number just for the Model Y already. Now, I talked about BYD, and BYD here in this thing that is translated, the paper here, is actually, they are talking about reducing the work to 4 days, so 1 day more off, which is definitely not a good sign, as I do believe that BYD might have been growing too fast, and the need for BYD cars is not too big. But there's also a different issue. There are a lot of people complaining about batteries out there. There's supposed to be battery issues, so that is maybe as well a reason why they have some issues. Furthermore, the lithium carbonate prices in China fell to a 14-month low, so it is just 50% down since November. So I think the discussion about if batteries will be affordable, I think we can rest with that. I think it's going to go even lower. We are still 3 times as high as close to after Corona. Now, if we look into the year-over-year Q1 sales, we can expect that in Europe, for example, the Model 3 on the right side, you see it might not be as successful as last year. This is as well because we have major growth rates in the Model Y section, and this is just happening because you have such good prices for the Model Y standard range, which is selling very well in Germany and Europe. So that is why many people don't choose the Model 3 anymore. For China, it's the same level, but Model Y even more. And then in North America, we have growth rates for all models. So not only Model S, Model X, but as well Model 3 and Model Y. So that's going to get interesting as well. Some people and some investors believe that Tesla can achieve 20 million cars by 2030. Please let me know if you think this is actually going to happen. For me personally, 10 million easily. I do think 50 million is possible as well. I think 20 million still a stretch to go. They would have to be very aggressive. I don't say they don't do that or they are not capable of doing it, but I'm a bit more skeptical when it comes to the 20 million cars. That would be twice as much. That would be Toyota and VW combined and even a bit more. So we still have to see if they will do that. It will be interesting. It will definitely be a price war if they try to do that, because they would have to scale as fast as possible. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate your time. And if you enjoyed my content, do consider subscribing or check out the link in the description to my group and website.